My partner and I, we moved up here from Fort Lauderdale. We met in 1977. And we were together 38 years until an aneurysm put a stop to that. And that was in 2015. And that's when I decided, all right, I don't know if I want to do this by myself. And I made an arrangement with the shop. I still own the building. I live above the shop. And I love the community. We fell in love with this place immediately when we got here. It was, friends thought, friends down there, they thought we were joking. And I had one friend, so you can't go there. He says, when they find out you're not married to a woman, they're going to burn crosses on your lawn. And I'm like, this isn't Deliverance. I'm like, it's not like that. I said, so we know the area. So, and we were in your face kind of guys. We were very involved in the community. I immediately, when we opened the business, I got involved in the Merchants Association. Then we got involved in the politics of the town. I was the president of the association, I don't know, 4 or 5 times, treasurer. I always did all the ads for everything Dillsboro did for many years. My partner became an alderman. And it was so funny because in this little town in the mountains, we never imagined an openly gay couple. One guy gets nominated. And when the second term came up, he was the only one to get reelected. So anyway, I'm still on the planning board of the town. I couldn't run for any other office because conflicting household. So they said, the people around here, I discovered, if they see that you want to become a part of the community and not tell them how to run their community or how to do it better, you know, as most people from out of state or up north do, they'll welcome you with open arms. And I mean, we came in, the first thing we did, we knew they knew about us. And small town talk, I'll tell you, it was just so comical. I went to a board meeting first, and the mayor was talking, and he said, well, I know you're both ex-Catholics, but the only Catholic church around here, and I'm thinking, how the hell, how did they know that? And I'm like, so anyway, so I thought, you know what, we've got to go out. And we went door to door to every shop and every restaurant and introduced ourselves and told them what we were doing. And just said, you know, this is it. We're here. And it was great. It was a wonderful community. It really was. Out in the mountains. Yeah. And that's what we called it, out in the mountains. And so we started it. And we were very active in it. We got it going, but, you know, we were old folks. We were hoping like some of the younger people would take over and, you know, okay, we'll do this for a while, but somebody else has got to take it over. And so we laid it out. We did it, and it went on for a couple of years. It was like massive at one point. We had people coming over from other counties and that were coming to these little meet and greets. And we would just all hang out, eat and talk and laugh and have Christmas parties and whatever parties we could think of. And it was great for a while. And there's a couple of people that are still, you know, trying to do little meetings in here that I hear about, but I never hear of a big, like, hey, everybody, let's do this. I grew up in Newark, New Jersey. I mean, I always put up a big bluff, but I could handle myself. And I remember only one instance where this guy, I can't even remember, called me a faggot and said he was going to beat the shit out of me. And I said, well, I'm sorry. Okay, be frank. Okay. And I said, okay. I said, but that's a big chance. He said, why? I said, what if this faggot beats the shit out of you? Then what? And he pondered that and backed away. And I thought, it was the truth. It was just like, it'd be a great story for me, not for you. I mean, my father taught me to defend myself, and I always remember his words. He says, you have about 1 second to size up the situation. If he's built like you and the whole thing, you got a great shot. If he's bigger than you and outweighs you way more, look for something to hit him with. And I was like, okay, I can do that. And so it was really kind of cool. It was, after the move to Florida, my mother said something to one of my sisters and said, John's always mentioning this guy down there. And she goes, I think your brother might be gay. What do you think? And my sister was like, oh, I have no idea, Mom. You better talk to Mom. You better get on the phone. She's asking too many questions. And I'm like, all right, I'll take care. I said, oh, anyway. So I called her up and I said, yeah. She goes, well, don't tell your father. He's too macho. I don't think he can take it. And I'm like, Ma, I'm not going to lie. Don't worry about it. We'll figure this out later. Okay. So months later, my sister goes to visit my parents, and she's there for the weekend. And they always went to church on Sunday. And this Sunday, my father said he didn't feel well, had a headache, and let my mother go by herself. And she wasn't even out the door. My father turns to my sister and said, I don't know what to do. Your mother's on this kick. She thinks your brother's gay. She's driving me nuts. He goes, all she's doing is asking and wondering and all the whole thing. She goes, oh, Dad, he is. Oh, shit, don't tell your mother. So she won't be able to handle it. So this became like comical, So I was coming up the next Christmas, and I was going up there, and that's when we had the big talk, and it was so funny. It was just it was too funny, but my father had a better way of dealing with it than my mother did. My father, and in fact, when my father met Bud, they were like best pals instantly. They just hit it off, and that was it. I lost my partner. There he is. We're off with his older boyfriend. My father, they would go off together and just like, okay, whatever. But he was, my father adored Bud and sang. And it was great. It was a great, and I love that I have that story because there's a lot of people that don't have that. And I hear it, not so much anymore, but with people my age or, even a little younger, it's tough. And I just wish for them what I had, and that was great. Dillsboro, in its heyday, we always used to say, it's very accurate when they would say that 10% of the population is gay. I said 10% of people in Dillsboro that own businesses were gay. And when we were being catty, and straight people were saying things like, there's another gay couple over here. Oh, yeah. You bring them in, we bring them out. Just like, come to Dillsboro.